Hey, what it is? It's your boy DaSlap coming at you with this wild card review on the road again. So let's get it in. Starting out with them Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Man, first play of the game, 106-yard kickoff return. But I wasn't worried about that. All I was worried about is see if we can bounce back, but we couldn't bounce back. Brian Hoyer get the first drive. DeAndre running the slant route, he threw it behind him. Third down, Cecil Shorts running the short route, coming across, he threw it, passing. Them first two passes, I knew we was in trouble because them were two easy passes that you should make. That's routine throws that you should make. But you didn't make them throws, and you see the result of the game. It was a cast of turnovers, man. The dude turned the ball over 5 times by himself. I wasn't mad about the loss. I was more mad about the quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the J.J. Watt call on the goal line on first and goal. Yeah, you argue that call was a bad play call. Yeah, it was a bad play call, but still, if your quarterback would have been playing decent, they wouldn't have made that call. They wouldn't have called that play. But the simple fact, they called that play because the quarterback was shaky, because he showed you he was shaky on second down, on second and goal, when he threw the interception. I mean, come on now. It was just crazy. Kansas City didn't do nothing they wasn't supposed to do. They capitalized off our turnovers. They kicked field goals. They scored a touchdown when they needed to score a touchdown. And that's what it was. So we took this 30-0 L. We didn't even score. And now we on the outside looking in, we doing like the rest of these 24 teams sitting at home and gonna be watching the game. So it is what it is. Brian Hoyer, slap yourself 2 times for that game. Houston Texans offensive coordinator, pulling Cable Award for that game because shouldn't have called that play to J.J. Watt. See what happened. Didn't score. You put a player that's not really a running back at that position, because if he would have just looked to the left, he could have scored. But that's another conversation for another day, for another day, for another day. Moving along to the other Saturday night game, Pittsburgh controlled the game. Martavius Bryant, man, what a catch. I mean, for that touchdown, hey, that was a hell of a catch, man. I got to give it to you. That was a hell of a catch. Put you up 15-0. But then Mr. Vontaze Burfict, the Pittsburgh assassin, that boy find ways to put y'all players out. He done put Le'Veon Bell on the shelf twice. Put Roethlisberger on the shelf for a couple of plays. And you saw the result. Cincinnati took the lead. You know what I'm saying? They got a touchdown. Landry couldn't do nothing. They got a field goal. Landry couldn't do nothing. They got another touchdown. AJ to AJ. It's 16-15. So you give Landry another shot. Guess what he do? He threw an interception. But Vontaze Burfict, slap yourself 2 times for getting up and running it back to the other end zone, instead of getting up and running it to your end zone just to make the referees think like you wasn't touched. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine if you wasn't touched and you ran it back the other way, man. You would have gave them balls a safety. Just think about that. The Bungles being the Bungles, man. I mean, Marvin Lewis, what are you teaching these cats out there? I mean, obviously you're not teaching them anything because they're doing what they do. But the very next play, one thing I know, a game is never over with until the clock says 0-0-0. The very next play, Mr. Jeremy One-Time Hill. One time, like the Fugees. One time, you know what I'm saying? They got a box out there. His nickname, Keith One Time 30. But Jeremy One-Time Hill, because he put that ball on the ground one time. And that one time cost them that game. Shout out to that boy Shay Zip. Shout out to my girl Valencia Higgins. She pointed it to my attention. I told her I was gonna put it on the show, and here it is on a Wednesday night. I'm putting it on the show. So shout out to that boy Sherzier for handling this business and getting that fumble and giving Pittsburgh action at the last possession. And you see who tried it out there on the field on that last possession. Big Ben came out there. I'm not trying to lose this game, man. I don't care. I'm going to play hurt if I have to. But he did that, handled his business. Pulling Capo Award, got to go to Mr. Adam Jones, bumping the referee, giving him an extra 15 yards. They get down there, kick the field goal. Game, set, match. It's a wrap. Moving on to Sunday. Seattle Seahawks, Minnesota Vikings. I didn't get up till around the third quarter, so it was 3-0 when I woke up. As the game went on, it was 9-0. Minnesota, y'all was allergic to scoring a touchdown? Get it in the end zone, man. Get it in the end zone out of one of them three. The game is over. But you left the door open for my FBC, Mr. Russell Wilson. For those of you who don't know who FBC or what it means, that's my football crush, Mr. Russell Wilson. He made plays in the fourth quarter. And the key play that he made, the bobbled snap, he goes back, slide on one knee. That's when the baseball skills come into play. Slide on one knee, pick it up, roll out, throw a floater to Lockett, get up down the sideline, get down inside the 5. They score a touchdown there. It's a 9-7 game. Minnesota, next possession, they give it to AP, Adrian Peterson. What he do? Put it on the ground. He fumbled. Well, you got Jeremy one-time Hill, and we got Adrian anytime Peterson. Because at any time, he might put that ball on the ground. Just what he did. Set up Seattle to get a field goal. Seattle up 10-9. It goes back and forth for a couple possessions, and then Minnesota got the last drive of the game. They get down the field, and then they set up for that swinger. 27 yards. And what he do? Swinger, swinger, swinger. Swinger, swinger, swinger. Pulling them capers, man. Come on, man. 27 yards. I don't care if the laces was facing you, the ball was slanted. It don't matter. You got to make that kick for 27 yards. That ball wasn't even close from 7 yards because it never even swung. It just, you kick it straight to the left. And you saw the ending result of the kick. Out of there. Bye-bye. And you going home. That was, like my boy Al Pacino say, you know what I'm saying? That's between winning and losing, living and dying. And that's what you did. You lost the game. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's no other way to put it. You lost the game. So, slap 2 times to Adrian anytime Peterson, and my pulling caper of that game is Blair, 1 jive, wash. You got 1 jive. Blair, 1 jive, wash. Moving along to Green Bay, Washington. It started out shaking for Green Bay, man. Safety. Then they got to kick it off. Cousins moving that right. Throw a crossing route to Deshaun Jackson. All Deshaun Jackson got to do is lean it across. You hear the song? Lean it across the goal line, man. You got a touchdown, but you got it behind your back. You got it behind your back and you crossing the goal line. Come on, man. You allergic to that goal line because that ain't the first time that you haven't actually scored a touchdown. So, you didn't score that touchdown. They put it at the 6-inch line. Y'all proceeded to go 3 plays for -3 yards, kick a field goal. It's 5-0. Green Bay does nothing with it the next time. Ram Rodgers still running for a life. Y'all come down, get it again. Y'all go down, y'all score a touchdown. But then that swinger get on the field, miss the extra point. 11-0. But then, when Mike McCarthy went putting Cobb in the backfield and Cobb started getting out there shredding and showing he can get something on the running game, that opened it up for Lacey. and Mr. Bad Intentions, James Starr. They started making plays in the running game, and then Aaron Rodgers got that look in his eye like, we finna get this game now, man. And they went on and took that game. He started finding James Jones started looking like Jordan Nelson in that game because he was finding him on every deep ball that he threw. If he threw a deep ball in that game, it was to James Jones every time. Green Bay, I didn't think they were going to win, but they handled their business. They moving along. Slap two-time award winner. Got to go to Mr. Deshaun Jackson for not crossing that ball over the pylon. Pull a cable award. Got to go to Deshaun Jackson for not putting that ball over the goal line. So, Washington out of there. Hey, I went 1-3 this week. 1-3. So, player of the week, I gave it to the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Goose egg against the Texans. 4 interceptions, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. My GPQ, Mr. High and Broyer, because he looked like he was high in that game. 15 of 34, 136 yards, no touchdown, 4 interceptions, 5 turnovers total in that 30-0 loss. So, then my wild card review. On the road again. Before I go, let me give a shout out to the Lakeside Lady Vikings last night for winning by 19 last night, handling their business, getting it in. Shout out to my big bro, Coach Brad Thomas, coaching them up. Continue to keep doing what you're doing, 9-1. Y'all keep handling y'all business. Y'all keep listening to that coach, man, and y'all can do great things out here in this Anderson, South Carolina. On a happier note, last night, after the Lakeside game, I went to a Westside JV basketball game. Westside handling their business up by almost 30. They had a man on the end of the bench, still had his warm-up on. I'm like, man, this dude can't get in the game when it's a 30-point blowout. Let's find out what this dude's name is. Got his attention. He told me his name. He said his name was Quiz. So I said, let's get a chant going. Let's go, Quiz. Let's go, Quiz. After that second, let's go, Quiz, coach went on and pulled him in. Go and get in the game. He took that, got in the game. First shot, he missed. Second shot, they give it to him. He hit him with a pump fake, hit him with a step back from behind the 3-point line. Splash. I'm talking about the gym went crazy. You would think this man just hit a game-winning shot. But hey, man, I just said that to say this, man. You never know what you have on your team until you get them in game situations. You never know what a player can do if he got fans behind him. So shout out to that boy Quill for handling this business, man. So you already know, man, I'll be back next week with my divisional round. If you ain't caught up with the other shows, I done 4 shows on the 4 wildcard games after each and every game. So let me go ahead and give my picks for the divisional round. I'm going to go AFC, Pittsburgh, New England, and I'm going to go Seattle, Arizona. So if you heard your team name, don't get too happy because I janked 3 in the wild card and my streak is still going. Can the streak end this week without me janking the team? Can all 4 teams that I named win this week? We shall see. Hey, it's your boy DaSlap. You see I got the belt on the shoulder. It won't be no swinging, but it'll be some shining. The belt.